Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say, Shalom. This is Amatazar from the Chicago camp, coming back at you again with part two of YouTube Teachers Some Other Way. In part one, we talked about the robber that goes up, tries to come up another way. Okay. So you got your YouTube so-called preachers and teachers that's sitting behind a keyboard, and they ain't out in the street. They're not out in the chief places of concourses. They're not out there hazarding their lives, okay, in the street for the truth. Okay. They just uh, find fulfillment in being fancied as a teacher. All right. And that's not what this is about. Okay. And 2 Corinthians 4:5, Paul says, we preach not ourselves. All right. So when you see these churches, you got the Bill Winston Ministries, the Angie Ray Ministries, and Creflo Dollar, and all these people, they are putting their, it's all about them. All right. They don't have this truth. Okay. They don't have this truth. It's all a money making scheme. Okay. It's all about them. This message is about Yahweh Shai. All right. And this ministry has to take you into the streets, okay, into the highways and the hedges. That's part of the prophecy, okay? It's part of the prophecy, as I said. This is Luke 14:23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Okay, so the job of the servant is to go out into the highways, okay, and the hedges, and compel them to come. Okay, so we out here in the highways and the hedges, right, in the street, preaching the truth. All right, that's where wisdom is. All right, Song of Solomon 3:2. It says, I will rise now and go about the city in the streets, and in the broad ways I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth. Who are the watchmen? The watchmen are the ones out in the highways and the hedges. The watchmen are the servants. Okay? Not the YouTube keyboard. I got a channel at home. I'm not in the streets. That's not who the servant is. Okay? The scripture says, my servants shall eat. You're not going to eat behind the keyboard being a YouTube Israelite. Okay? All right. This is Isaiah 30:20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Wow. Look at that. Shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore. All right. Not in your crib, in your apartment, in your house, out in the street. Okay? That's what Song of Solomon is talking about. That Song of Solomon is talking about the watchman being out in the street. Okay? And finding the truth in the street. This is Proverbs. You know what? Before I even hit that Proverbs, just to tell you, when I came into the truth, all right, and after I realized that um, I needed a camp, all right, and I contacted Elder Malcolm, all right, and he said, come on, and let the Lord prove you, right? So he gave me the address, but before he gave me the address, I was out there looking for the men of the Lord. I was riding around asking, hey, you seen these brothers in the long robes in the wintertime? Okay? Drove 45 minutes downtown Chicago to downtown, and I was going up and down the streets, trying to find him whom my soul loveth. Okay? All right. Proverbs 1 and 20. It says, Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Okay? So this truth is in the streets. That's how it was designed. Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Okay? The watchmen are upon the walls. Okay? Figuratively, the walls of the city. Jeremiah 6 and 17. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, Hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, We will not hearken. What's the trumpet? Isaiah 58 and 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. You have so many Christians, okay? They see us uh, preaching and teaching on the street, and we're lifting up our voice like a trumpet, and they find it offensive. Okay, it's very offensive. They say, "Oh, these guys are a hate group," like they're preaching hate. When ain't no hate coming out of our mouth, it's just truth. Okay, it's truth and it's love. It's correction for Israel. All right, and and judgment for the heathen. Okay, not a hate group, a love group. Our ministry is a sign, a beacon, pointing to the fulfillment of promise and prophecy to the children of Israel. All right, when we're out on that street corner and you see the 12 tribes chart, that's a sign or a beacon. Okay, it's a sign of the promise of the Lord to his children, the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, West Indians, so-called the Native Americans, okay, um, Haitians. That's who the sign is for, the children of Israel. And it's all according to prophecy. Because the Lord made promises to the Israelites that he's going to set them in their own land. Okay? He's going to set them in their own land. And they're going to be in peace and be at rest. This is not our rest. Right now, we shouting down this kingdom. All right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. That's who the signs is for. This is Ezekiel 37 and 15. It says, The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. You see, that's what the 12 tribes chart. Okay, it's a beacon or a signal or a sign for the children of Israel in this promise right here that the Lord is going to take us out of this land. Matthew 24:31. Okay, he shall gather his elect. It says, verse 22, and I will make them one nation in the land under the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. Okay? What you've just hear me, or what you just heard me read, okay, is Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Okay? And this stick goes into the planks. And the planks that's written with the children of Judah and the children of Israel, these are the 12 tribes. Okay? This is the prophecy. This is the beacon, the sign, of the fulfillment of a promise. Okay? And prophecy to the children of Israel. Not to Christians, okay? But to the children of the slave trade. Okay? And you can't join these sticks and write these tribes on the plank and be at home behind a fucking keyboard. All right? That's how it works. Okay? This is the ministry. All right? So, this has been part 2 of YouTube Teachers Some Other Way. I pray this lesson has been edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.